Retirement withdrawal strategies number 3. Again, we're following Daryl Kirkpatrick's blog article, The Best Retirement Withdrawal Strategies, Digging Deeper, from 2016. We've already looked at Cape median and rebalancing strategies. Number 3 is proportional. In other words, withdrawing funds at the end of the year, your 4% that you're taking out, how should it be delineated? Well, Cape median used one method, rebalancing was definitely different. Proportional is even more different. Proportional is extremely simple. Whatever your ratio is to stocks and bonds in your funds, you just take it out at that ratio. You withdraw at that ratio. In other words, if your funds started at 50-50, stocks and bonds at the beginning of the year, and it's drifted to 60-40, stocks to bonds, take out 60-40. That's definitely different than the first two. So just to recap, Cape median in a market where you went from 50-50 to 60-40, wouldn't pay any attention to that. They look at the long-term Cape developed by Robert Shiller, and if it's higher than what the median Cape is over a long period of time, it would sell off only stocks. If it's lower, it would sell bonds. In this case, most years now, it would sell off stocks only. Rebalancing. Well, rebalancing, that method of stocks, if your stock to bond ratio went from 50-50 to 60-40, they would try to get it back to 50-50 as much as possible by, in this case, probably selling off mostly stocks. Proportional, whatever your end of the year mix is, you just proportionally sell off at that exact proportion. Kirkpatrick has 5 total strategies. The other 2 are fairly complicated, and I don't think it's really worthwhile to go into that. Okay, results. He found overall the 80-20 mixes, 80% stocks, 20% bonds, did best over that 30-year withdrawal time period. Yes, heavy on stocks, not so heavy on bonds. All 3, rebalancing, Cape, and proportional, all were above 90% success ratios over 30 years. So that's kind of an open eye type of thing. 50-50 mix of stocks and bonds. All 3 were right around 90%. Not so good, but still pretty darn safe. And the interesting part is with the 20-80 mixes, 20% stocks, 80% bonds, most of them underperformed. In fact, we found anywhere from a 55% to a 74% success rate. And that's not high enough. You do not want to run out of money before you die. That is not a good thing. So the takeaway from this total article is, number 1, be careful that you're not too conservative. Make very sure that you're not too conservative with your investments in retirement. In fact, several people, including Wade Pfau, have indicated maybe starting out in retirement you should be fairly conservative with your investments and get less conservative over time. Less conservative, more stocks over a period of time. In other words, be careful about being too conservative to start out and to continue through retirement. The other thing is because this sounds so complicated, it makes sense to have a competent financial advisor work with you and explain these issues, especially involving withdrawal strategy. In this way, also, there's the part about tax-deferred and taxable accounts. What about your retirement accounts versus your cash accounts? How should you mix those? We didn't go into that today, but that's very important to look at too. Have a financial advisor help you out.